The heck's going on? All right. Are things running? Wow. Why does my YouTube look terrible? What are my settings here? Auto 360p. Can you just give me the 1080p feed, please? Whew, that's better. For some reason, hey, yeah. Can you believe it? The weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna cry. It's Happy Friday, everyone. Cheers. Of course, we have to toast the happiness of Friday with Diet Coke. I can't even toast the happiness of Friday at happy hour on Friday because I'm not drinking till San Diego. I'm dry till San Diego. I told Bella too because I already suggested to her. I don't know if she's happy about it though. But Bella and I already did a whole month of no drinking in between February 15th and March 15th. So I don't think 2 weeks off is too bad. Excuse me. And it gives you a good feeling because that way I can drink in San Diego for my 2 week vacation and not feel nearly as guilty. I'm thinking. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. She did look really good. She looks good. She always looks, well, come on. She always looks good. I saw her in person. She really looks that good in person. And it's like, kind of like, you get used to it after a few minutes, but it's just like, whoa. She's a very attractive person. So, and plus, she knows, she takes care of herself. She puts the effort in. She knows how to accentuate her positives and things like that. But yeah, Bella is a lovely person, and she will always, she'll be that way for a long time. But yeah, I she was like, cheers yesterday. And I think I sent her a DM. I said, I'm not drinking until San Diego. So how is everyone? Let me talk about the stream today. Everyone settle in, pour in on YouTube. Nobody's here. So the stream's going to consist of the first part of the stream is going to be Microsoft Flight Simulator missions for roughly an hour, and I've got a lot of stuff I want to get done on Microsoft Flight Simulator. No way will we get it all done today, which is why there'll be more streams tomorrow and the day after and the day after. But yeah, it's not that I have a particular plan. I just have things in mind that I want to do. There's new planes, there's new terrain, there's a whole bunch of stuff we haven't crossed off yet from the Switzerland area. So we're going back to Switzerland today because, I just feel like if I don't complete that, and then, anyway, there'll be a short break followed by it takes about 3 minutes for me to set up my piano. I'll bring my piano over here. It's going to be Ken's Piano Lounge. Get a real mellow evening of Ken's piano. Of course, it's not evening here, but it is evening for my European viewers, who I have quite a bit. So when I play the piano lounge, I always imagine that it's after 9 p.m. because it's after 9 p.m. somewhere. All right, so what was I saying? We're going to get right to the amazing new content here. So I was in the marketplace yesterday. This brand new electric plane. I knew it was coming out because it was released to the non-marketplace, to the private, effectively the private store or community content store, sometimes they're called. But it came out just yesterday to the. Let's take a look at it. It's called the Eviation. You can see it comes in three. Now, this is just the plain white model. It comes in three versions: cargo, commuter, and luxury. And then each one of them comes in a series of, wow. I wouldn't call these. I guess there's very subtle different liveries. They're not too. Okay, what's the cargo one livery? I haven't checked this out yet. Oh, you get a DHL livery. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like it'd be a cargo. Anyway, but it's all electric. It's powered by electric batteries. Okay, so the luxury one, you get black 1, black 2, livery 3. Oh, they got these orange. You got this green. This is green. You got blue and white. What do you think we should try? I think orange. This is it's not really orange. It's kind of a gold. It's got to be my favorite color. All right, but where are we going to start from? Well, I picked a place to start from that's on the list of new things, and specifically, what is it called? It's what we're looking for is it's a basilica. It's the Valere Basilica. It's in Switzerland, but it's in a different part of Switzerland. It's in Sion, Sion, in Switzerland, which I didn't know of. But it's not far from Montreux. Let's see if we can find it here. And yeah, that's where we want to LSGS. We're going to start from LSGS. Perfecto. It's quite near here. It's right here. This is the Valeri Basilica. And then after we do that, we're going to fly down here and go up here to, this is like a really cool canyon. It'll be during the day. It's right now, it's 8:30, but we're going to devance that, pretend it's earlier in the day, to roughly, 4:30. It'll give us some nice shadows. I don't know what the weather's like. It's kind of, I've never taken off from this airport. It's got a bunch of helipads. We're going to check out the little city of Sion, Sion. I don't know. And we're going to start cold so we can see what it's like to, for the very first time, to start up a brand new plane that I just purchased yesterday that is all electric. I've actually, I know a little bit about it. Okay. We're not going in completely cold. I did do a slight checkout flight yesterday, so it's not exactly the first time, but I've already can tell you some interesting things about it. One is which this is a plane that is powered by lithium-ion batteries, not gasoline. And the thing about the lithium-ion batteries is they're heavy, so is a full load of gasoline. But you burn the gasoline and your plane gets lighter near the end of the flight when you land. Batteries don't get lighter. They start heavy and they end heavy. It's a very subtle difference. And the other interesting factor about this plane that other planes don't have is that as you ascend, you're using a lot of battery power because you're powering these fans that are effectively the propellers that are propelling you. And then while you're going this way, you're doing it. But then when you descend, you can put the plane in idle. You put the propellers in idle, and then they generate power back to the batteries. So they are regenerative. And there's a little there's a meter that tells you how you're regenerating the batteries. Let's just take a little walk around here. It's a very sleek plane. Now, is it a real plane? Apparently, they have built two and are building a third. So, is it a real plane? I don't know if you call that a real plane. And this is based on the second prototype, I would call it. But it is highly detailed. It's got a beautiful, obviously, that beautiful shape to it. It's got plenty of room. It's a pretty big plane, but it's not huge. It's all composite. And then in the back, you see these two nacelles that have the engines. Now, the thing I don't get, it just has motors. So I'm not really sure why there's a little exhaust in the back. And if you look here, you can see from the front, there's intakes in the front. I'm not really expecting that. Why would you need why would you need those? It's an electric motor, except for maybe for cooling, but you need very small intakes for that. So I don't understand why there's big inlets in the back and then out, and you can see where it's out in the back. That looks like a turbine engine to me, nacelle, but it's not. It's got an electric engine. It is all electric. I'm just wondering about whether the design has been fully thought out. Let's start up. Now, first thing we're going to do is there's two separate batteries. And by the way, notice it says Master Batty, Battey. I did pay money for this. I paid $18 for it. But yeah, that's the level of detail you often get on these third-party planes. There's two batteries. There's two rechargeable batteries. There's actually three, but there's two. One is for the electronics, and one is for the power. So one is for the engine power. So there's battery masters here and here. Once we do that, we should start to see. Right, we should start to see, and then there's a separate battery for your little tablet there, which does a lot of stuff. Let's see, is this going to start up here? Oh, you can see the outside. By the way, you can open the door. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You can close the door, which is important. I figured out how to close the door earlier, but you can also do it this way. Okay, does that. There's a cargo door back there. All right, let's see. Why am I not, hold on a second. Why am I not fully starting up here? Battery master. That's the throttle. Okay, good. Okay, we want to do these need to be open? Yeah, but I'm not getting the master power on. I did turn those on, right? All right, I might have to check out the checklist. Interesting. There's lights there. Batteries are on here. Power switch on? No. These have to be on. No. Are the engines on? Let me see. Are they? Let's see. Cause no, they're not on. Because they basically start instantly. The powers. All right, let's check the checklist. It's the first time. Checklist. Hello, checklist. This is a problem. It's not hybrid. It doesn't have any gas. Okay, let's try over here. Can I use my tablet? Airplane. Main door chocks removed. Charging port. That's fine. Checklist. Chocks. Flight planner. Weights. Battery. Anyway, yeah, okay, so it doesn't have a real checklist either. Well, that's a problem. Okay, we might have to restart it because I tried this sequence yesterday and it did start up. Batteries are on. And these went on, so something's not going on exactly like it did the other day, as in yesterday. Okay, check all these. Landing lights are on. Here is fine. This doesn't give me any information, just viewing. Huh. Air conditioning makes sounds. What are the switches here? Just checking here. Flaps, interesting. Did flaps go up and down? No, good, interesting. Like the master power's off. Am I accidentally turning these off? It doesn't say what those have to be. Interesting. Okay, I think it's kind of bugged. Actually, because I tried a very similar sequence here. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. It doesn't have a checklist. Well, hey, there's really no excuse for that. And also you know, these go first. No. Because I did it in this order, those, and then I turned these on. That seems to do something. But it doesn't power up this. And that avionics master is on. And they should be on. So kind of wondering whether it's out of juice or something. Interesting. But I'm not surprised there's bugs. It's a new plane. All right, well, because I don't have time to debug this, we're going to do the thing that we do. It's with a brand new plane. It worked yesterday. I just downloaded it. It worked yesterday, but who knows? It did start up. No checklist. Without a checklist, it's very hard to tell. Very hard to tell what's wrong. We'll start on the runway. And then we'll at least be able to take off because it'll be powered up, I think. But we'll find out. I don't know. Maybe we won't be flying it today. Well, I got plenty of other planes. It does make these great worry sounds. We'll get it going, but yeah, no working checklist. Misspelling of various names in the cockpit, like battery. Couldn't figure out how to spell master battery. Batty. It was batty. That's not. See, this is what you need, okay? Now, notice. I just want you to notice something. The state of the airplane is exactly the same. Those two buttons are on. These two buttons are forward. Those lights are now on, which they wouldn't turn on. So yeah, there was a power malfunction there. Maybe one of the batteries was not powered up. Okay, I want to check these out again. Fine. Also, I don't like these default views. Anyway, so yeah, there was a power issue. Why are the landing lights on? I'm not landing. All right, I'm cleared, so we can just take off. Which way are we heading? West, east. We're heading to the west. That's fine. We'll make a turnaround. All right. So the thing I already figured about this airplane is that it needs a long runway. It is heavy. Now the thing is, normally you think, oh well, the engines are off because those propellers aren't even doing anything. Nope. You don't idle in a plane that doesn't have motors. That's how it's supposed to sit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the parking brake. There, the parking brake's off. Now what I'm doing is I'm advancing the throttle, and as soon as I do, it just immediately they start spinning. And so I got throttle to full, and it takes a while for this plane to get going, and it's heavy. So we got to get up to over 110 knots, and that's why you need a long plane. So it's not going anywhere terribly quickly. I already figured this out yesterday. I mean, if it is what it is, it's heavy. So I was thinking, oh, it'll get off the ground at 90 knots. So it's getting us there. We're at 100 knots already. All right, so now it's thinking about maybe lifting off, and there it goes. Now once you're up, you can retract the gear. There's the gear coming up. Swings in real nicely. And you can bring the flaps in. So this is a composite wing. Doesn't have to hold any fuel. It's very thin. Very thin. We're going to start bringing the throttle back. It's not really a throttle, the engine control. But you can hear how smooth it is. Now, obviously, it's still got, a propeller sound to it. But from the inside, it's very, very, very smooth. Okay, now we're going to have to make a turn here. So we're going to turn around because the destination I want to go to is behind us. It's right there. But we're going to stay low in this valley. We're going to try to do basically a whole valley tour here. Let's see if I can make a nice sharp turn over this way. This is what it looks like from here. It's got these nice windows. You can see in the back it's got a beautiful luxury cabin area. But, yeah, leaving your airspace. Why couldn't I start it up from the ground, though? I'm going to really have to check that. Maybe I'll go over the checklist carefully. It does not have that many switches to flip. They should all be working. They should all be pretty obvious. It does have nice displays, and they're kind of dirty. I mean, what I mean is, like, realistically, they're not perfect looking, and that gives you a lot of realism. And it's a very quiet plane, both because it's very aerodynamic and because it doesn't have big engines in it. So bring these down. Now notice that the maximum speed is only about 200 knots. It's not a jet. Now what we're doing here is I want to show you guys something here, which is if you look here, let me go here, here. Now if you look at the upper left of this middle gauge here, that 179 is showing the kilowatts. So that's the number of kilowatt hours we're using. And then under that it says SOC 98%. So we're 98% charge. Now if I move the propellers, the throttle all the way to idle, and then aim the plane downward, notice that the kilowatt hours becomes negative 35. That means that the propellers are now charging the batteries because we're descending with idle. When you descend on idle, you charge the battery. So we took off, we used some power, and now we're returning battery power to it. It's pretty cool. And they act to slow the plane too, which is good because we want to stop here. Oops, we're almost dead. We're almost overspeeding it. We'll be fine. That's the one thing I've noticed about the plane. You notice that the wings are very thin and very small, and that's why you want to be very careful not to overspeed it. You'll break the wings. All right, everyone out. Everyone get out of the plane. Where's my button? All right, everyone use your magic parachutes because we're going to check out the Basilica. This is the one time we're going to get a chance to see it close up, probably. Okay, we got a nice, like one of those, we got a guard tower there. We got a bunch of buildings surrounding kind of a central cathedral. So I guess a basilica is really a fortified cathedral, technically, as opposed to just a regular old castle. Beautiful though. Oh, we might get some nice, some of those lensy views here if we do this. We play our cards right here. See if I can arrange what I can arrange here. I get some of the city in the background. There we go. Oh yeah. All right. Screenshot. Postcard from the show to myself. There we go. All right. So then we got. Okay. So and look at the view from up here. So you're walking around up here, and you get this whole view. This is what is it? Sion, S-I-O-N in Switzerland. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at everything is a valley and a mountain in Switzerland, and boy, they have it down. They know what they're talking about. But it's a beautiful time of day. There's your little wind vane, very religious. Where are we? We're up here. Everyone back in the plane. Back in the plane. Back in the plane. Get back in the plane. I don't want to hear any crying or anything. All right, we're going to fly over this valley. Eventually, I think we're going to hit Montreux. But we're going to go back the other direction. All right. No, you can sit on the top of the plane if you want, but everybody else get back in. So we're going to make another turn here. And we're going to fly the other direction of this valley, and then we're going to make a right turn. I think we'll hit Montreux. Well, I just don't want to overspeed. I'm at 0. It's a very slick plane. Once it gets moving, it needs practically no power to keep moving. Like I've got 0. I'm at 0. We're regenerating energy right now. You can see that here. We're at negative 35. Because I want to stay low. I don't want to go too fast. Okay, now that we're slowing down a bit, I'm going to give us a little power to the propellers. But you can see it's not aerobatic. It takes a while to. What's up here? Christ the King statue. Okay. All right. I'm down with that. Let's go check it out. All right, so we're going to bring them now that we're at a nice. We got to. You got to quickly. I mean, it's a plane. It's a regular plane. But as usual, you got to keep your eye on your airspeed because it'll stall fairly high because of the weight and the thinness of the wing. And the other thing is, I don't really know what kind of range we're going to get out of a fully charged battery. So that's another thing. We'll see if I assume it's good, but I don't know. Again, the trade-off is the plane is very heavy. But yeah, we're not going to go down this way, although you can see it goes quite a ways. We're going to check out a statue here. So this may be another having to jump out of the plane scenario. It's good that they mark them because you wouldn't know it's up here unless they have a little marker. Or this may not have been recent though. This may have been here for a while, but I don't think I've seen it. It's another one of those things. Oh, it's just a reason for people to go up and see an amazing view from the top of the hill. But let's check it out. It's not Christ the Redeemer, that's for sure. That's in Buenos Aires. All right, so here's the view. It's Switzerland. It's not like you can do much up here. Okay, everyone jump out. Let's see how Christ is looking today. There's some steps. It says, La Vallée au Christ the King, the Valley of Christ the King. And there he is. He's holding a cross. He looks like a king. He's got 2 fingers up in the air. I don't know. Well, there's a place you can go down in there. And oh, it's a little chapel. That's kind of cool. All right. Okay. I got no problem with that. Let's keep going. All right, but I do want to turn around and go the other direction. This is beautiful terrain, though. I mean, all of Switzerland is fantastic, but congratulations. Not only, I mean, basically you're supposed to look, I guess, at this there's a tiny meter here that says 96% now. So I don't know whether it's going to like warn us that we're low charge. Now, what I do know is that when you're on the ground, you can effectively bring out one of these Tesla chargers, and you can charge on the ground. So you can effectively refuel on the ground. You can probably refuel in the air too, just because that's how Microsoft Flight Simulator is. Okay, so we're gonna head west in this area. We're back where we're gonna go. We're gonna go pretty fast, but not this fast. Again, I keep looking at our speed, and we're like very much near the edge of where we should be. Which is, we should not ever exceed 220. Okay, that's better. 180. All right, that's 180. I'm trying to wonder why it's showing. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think we can go 240 before it actually. Yeah, it's just being a little. Okay, so we've got a little trim to reduce here. See, it's once put the nose up. We don't like that. All right, so we're gonna get nice and low in this valley, and then hopefully the sun will go down. Hey, Charles. Yeah, it's Switzerland. I've got a long list of places to check off that were recently updated, and by recently, like 3 weeks ago now. So we're going to check off at least one, which is the Valeri Basilica. That's this one here. It's quite impressive. Oh, we're almost going to die here. It's this basilica down here, and hopefully I'm not going too fast. Hey, if we destroy the plane, at least we know what the limits are. You gotta learn. I can always get myself another one. And it comes in a bunch of great colors. The green one is really cool. This is where we took off from. Scion. It does have a nice autopilot. It has a completely standard autopilot system, which I might want to try. And then it comes with this big EFB. And it's funny, it has this, you have to swipe up to get to the features. And you can see, let's see, checklist, useless. I don't know. Navigraph is something, I don't know. There's a manual, but you have all the manual is a QR code. I haven't scanned it. I ain't scanning no QR codes. You know, my parents didn't raise a mark. I'm not staying. I could do a search for it, but no, I'm not. Literally, you should never scan a QR code unless you really trust whoever put it up there, and I don't. These people don't know how to spell the word battery. I don't trust that their QR codes are not right. All right, what valley is this? I don't know. Is it amazing? Yes. Actually, I could probably figure it out because I have it up on my Google Maps here. What's our speed? Perfect. I want to establish a cruise. Does it say specifically what valley it is? Hello, Google Maps. Is it the Rhone? Is it the Rhone River Valley? I think it's the Rhone River Valley. I believe. I think it's the Rhone. I don't know. It should be. But we're gonna make a. Yeah, we're gonna be following this lake here. All right, give me more power. Oh, that's why I turned off my engine entirely. Oh, let's get some juice. Yeah, managing the speed is pretty important, of course, at any plane. So let's see, what do we got now? We're at 95%. That's SOC. That's the charge, something on charge. Range 385 nautical miles at this speed. So that's quite a range for electric. You know, just something that just doesn't burn any gas. Yeah. No, I'll be able to find the manual for it just by looking it up under the manufacturer's name on the internet. I don't need to scan the QR code, but I haven't looked it up yet. I just got this yesterday. So it's this beautiful twin-engine electric plane. It's very sleek and modern looking, that's for sure. Okay, let's see if we can get our trim here adjusted. Engine down so that the nose stays level by itself. One thing about these kind of planes is that they don't shift. There's no weight loss due to burning of fuel. But it is a beautiful cockpit. It's very functional. It's supposed to, there's basically just a throttle. Oh, right. So you have three. You have taxi, range, and power. So you're normally your taxi, and then when you go to take off, you put it in power, and then I think it automatically goes to why am I giving me altitude? I think it automatically goes to range at a certain after you take off. Okay, so this is the Rhone Valley, I think. Yeah, exactly. And at the point, the batteries weigh a lot, but the electrons don't. So the fully charged battery weighs only like it actually does weigh ever so slightly more than an uncharged battery, like by 0.0001%. You can't measure. It's very hard to measure, but a uncharged laptop battery actually weighs a slightly less than a charged one because of the electrons. They do weigh something. All right, let's stay low here, but you got to admit this is a beautiful valley. And it goes a long way back the other direction, and then it's just what you think of as a valley. Steep mountains on either side, people living up there so they get their view. Now, I think it would be a little, I don't know. It's a strange thing. I always live kind of in a coastal area. You know, I think it's a little confining to live between two mountain ranges. Oh, yeah, and very expensive. We were talking about that on Bella's stream yesterday. She was like, yeah, it's the most expensive place. Okay, now this place here is a town called Martigny, M-A-R-T-I-G-N-Y. Martigny. I don't know what its claim to fame is, but then we're going to make a right turn here and head up this valley. And it makes an almost 90-degree turn, a little more than a 90-degree turn right here. And then it heads up this direction. And at the base is this town of Martigny, Switzerland. It's amazing. Okay, we're going to make this right turn here. This is what it looks like from here. Making a right turn. It's not exciting. Oh, you can put the EFB up here. Cool. Why would I want to, though? Put it back. Can I put it here? Yeah. Oh, it's on those suction cups. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's not, you know, the EFB is an independently powered system, too. So, and it knows where you are. Okay, check that out, too. Wow. Oh, Switzerland never fails to amaze. Never fails to amaze for the sightseeing. So I've been looking at my YouTube videos, and I have over 300, almost 300 YouTube videos that go back a year. Well, not a year. I only started streaming on YouTube January 1st. But I'm trying to figure out why some of my YouTube videos gets a lot of views, and some of them don't get very few. Or relatively speaking, like I get 20, 30, 40, 50 views on some, and then 200 or 300 or as many as 1,000 views every now and then. I'm trying to figure out what's different about those videos. Exactly, everyone wants to know that. There's nothing different that I can see. They look the same. I mean, the content is the same every time. You know me, it's the same. I mean, sometimes like the Lego build got a little bit, the final Lego build for the Ornithopter you know, that got over 2,000 views. But what I think is, and this is for YouTube, and I think this is part of YouTube's algorithm, okay? If anybody's listening on YouTube, I'm about to give up the secret that I figured out today. I should edit the titles afterwards and just put all the places I saw, just the place names. I mean, I can put other stuff in, but what's critical is not that I describe what I was doing or talk about it or say I went to Kent's Lounge. Nobody gives a shit about any of that. Just the names of the cities. That, you know, those place names, I think, attract people. It's not the catchiness of the title. It's that at the end of the thing, like I should put in like, oh, I saw James Bond. I saw where they filmed James Bond. I saw, I saw this castle. I went to this city, and name the city. Because for some reason, I think people are interested once they know where you're going to go. They want, especially on YouTube, they want to know where you're going to go in advance. But almost anywhere is interesting. Okay, so we're heading up to the Northeast Valley here, right? It's a long ways, but we're gonna get to this this big lake, which they call Lake Leman, Leman. And by the way, we're real close to France. Well, yeah, that's Bex. That's like a grass landing strip. Wow, you can't land there. Well, it's a point. The point is about my YouTube videos is on YouTube, it can take up to a week or two for anyone to see a video on YouTube. It's not instantaneous, so I have time to go and edit the titles to make them more interesting after I've done the show. You can't really do that on Twitch. On Twitch, you got to kind of just sell it up front. And I don't really care. But YouTube, you have the chance. I look all these little communities built on these hills. Man, if you're not seeing what I'm seeing, this is just crazy. This valley just goes on, and it's just amazing. There's Montreux up ahead, but we might go all the way up a little further to Lausanne, 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 which is a bigger city in Switzerland. I think we have time. We can go there. There's a bunch of other things I want to. It depends what part of Switzerland you're in. Like we are close to France, so I guess in this area, which is Montreux and Lausanne, they speak French. Literally everything you see here is Switzerland in this valley. But as soon as we go out into this large lake here, I'll point out to the left. The left side of the coastline is France, and the right side of the coastline is Switzerland. And this part of Switzerland is very French. And yeah, North Switzerland is on the border of Germany. They speak German. This is southern Switzerland, and it's right next to the border of France. And you can tell the Swiss names are very French, like Lausanne, which is a French kind of a sound French name. But yeah, technically this is France, and this is the Swiss canton of Schweiz, which I believe just means black in Switzerland. All right, so what's here? We're gonna find out. This plane is
2,500.
Distractingly. Did that plane just talk to us? Is distractingly quiet. What is this here? Oh, it's a castle. Chillon Castle. And this is a town called Villeneuve on the right. Montreux is up ahead, past Chillon Castle. See if we can do this without turning the wings off. There's a beautiful aqueduct here. I've gone into idle so we can retrieve some energy and charge the batteries. So we're now charging the batteries, minus 34. Beautiful. Look at how that's quite a setting. Let's stop here for a second and have a little break. I need to go. Everyone out who needs to go potty, put your magic parachute on. Okay, so we got this beautiful viaduct here. Well, it's not perfect. Okay, nothing's perfect. So this is Chillon, and it's got a beautiful view. Beautiful, nice. And it has a beautiful view of, that's France, by the way. This is over here, that's Switzerland. That's France. So, that's what I'm saying. So I think maybe they're watching the French from here. All right, back in the plane. There's still a few kind of Swiss cities I want to check out here. Everybody can plane. Good enough. Montreux has a famous jazz festival. It's called the Montreux Jazz Festival. Who knew? And it takes place right down here. Because that's it. In case you wanted to know. Yeah, this plane is quiet. It's smooth. Switzerland. Okay. Man. All right. So we're flying up the coast here, and the next big city, there'll be a little bit of a oh, I'm still on idle. Let's put the engines up here. There'll be a little bit of a kind of a lull here. Just ahead of this mountain ridge is a pretty big city, and we're going to land there. There's a couple of things I also want to do in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I downloaded a couple of pieces of terrain. But, oh god, there's still so many things I want to do. I have carrier landings I want to do. I have the carrier, my big carriers installed. And I want to do some carrier landings. Obviously, only certain planes can do carriers. And then wait, is this Lausanne? No, I don't think so. Maybe it is. Or is this Montreux? I don't know yet. It's not Lausanne. Lausanne is past here. We're almost there, though. I mean, it's a small country, but there's so much to it. There's all these valleys and mountains, and they're very isolated. You know, these valleys, you can't just go from one to the other because there's the terrain is so mountainous. Or there'll be this huge lake in the middle of everything, and there's a bunch of lakes, very large lakes, which they call seas. You know, effectively. Anyway, the plane's performing well. What are we at? Range-wise? Okay, it's showing 89%, 405. Oh, hold on. It's doing some garbage collection. That's a good point. That is a very good point. Yeah, they've never. Oh, there we go. How did my trim get up there? Oh, I did that. Okay. All right, overspeeding. It'll be fine. Probably. But yeah, it's interesting. As I say, a lot of planes kind of change their performance as you fly them because they're getting lighter all the time. And this one really isn't. But once you're in the air, it certainly seems to have plenty of speed, of juice, as it were. It's just, I have a feeling it's a very heavy lander. So I want to try landing. We need to find a runway that has at least 5,000 feet of solid ground. But I'm sure Lausanne is going to have one. It's going to have multiple airports. We'll fly it around a little bit first. So there's this beautiful ridge here. I mean, this is all the side of this lake here. It's all built on the side of this lake. And then there's all these people living kind of on a hillside life there. People, it looks like they're trying to grow plants on the side of the hill. Some plants do well on hillsides, like tobacco or coffee. Coffee grows really well on hillsides. Okay, a little less power. Okay, so yes, I was correct. This is Lausanne. There's the cathedral up ahead that we wanted to check out. And I have a feeling the airport is plenty big enough. But I've never landed a plane before. So, I don't know. My assumption is it lands pretty heavy and fast. Because the batteries don't get lighter. I'm not sure what Lausanne is famous for. Yeah, I might have been involved in World War II. Hey, Hexine, good to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah, we're going to fly around for another 20-25 minutes, maybe more, and then I'm going to whip out the piano. This is my beautiful new fully electric plane. It's a real plane, but there's only been a couple prototypes built. So this is Lausanne Cathedral, and it is a beaut. I suggest we all get out into our magical parachutes and take a closer look. Okay. Stained glass. Okay. It looks like I thought it was maybe connected to those buildings, but it's not. It's just a standalone building. Very pretty. Very nice. Oh, look at that doorway. Very inviting. Sure. Lausanne, and this is the view. Pretty. All right, so now we've been to Switzerland. I think we've been to pretty much everywhere in Switzerland. As again, we still have only done Switzerland. Remember, this update includes Austria and that's kind of what it looks like. Austria and Germany as well. Or, yeah, Austria, Germany, and Switzerland. So, and we're just kind of, I'm just trying to finish up Switzerland. Which basically means, okay, here's a nice little university or something. I gotta figure out which of these airports can handle us. And the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna go here. It's not very far, it's this LSGL. And tell me about it. No. LSGL. Hello? Yes, 2,800 feet of asphalt. That's a little on the short side. It's right here. I mean, that's it right there. We just flew over it. That's a little on the short side. I would like to land on at least 5,000 feet, which means we need to find a better airport. There's got to be one around here. But where would you be if you were a better airport than that? That might be it. Ah, we could try it. I think 3,000 feet you probably do it. And this probably here, this Eviation Bay, and that's nothing. That's a tiny airport, I assume. Yeah, it's not even on the airport, not even on the map. All right, we're gonna attempt a landing. Again, what's the big deal? I've never landed this plane before, and again, it shouldn't matter. But we're at 87%. Again, the battery percentage doesn't matter. The plane lands at the same weight no matter what. But I do want to show you guys like some of the cool stuff. It's starting to feel kind of heavy, so I'm going to give us a little more power here. All right, we're going to make this turn. Make a nice sharp turn here. And again, it's not a, it's not a real, that's what it looks like from here. It's not an amazingly fast plane in any way, but it does perform. It's gonna get you there. All right, so we want to face our aeropuerto. It doesn't have much of in the way of roll rate. Okay. All right, so flaps down, gear down. Here's the gear coming down there. Flaps to 50%. Propeller down to basically down to. We're going to idle it, which means we're going to be actually generating power for the batteries while we come in for landing. So so basically the propellers act like drag now. They act like a drag. And we're going to attempt to land on this fairly short runway here. I don't know how great an idea it is. But let's go to full flaps because we're pretty high up. I'm going to burn some altitude here. Full flaps. You can see the flaps drop off on the back of the plane. I think the wings are all composite.
1,000.
Yeah, he'll start doing this. Now, if it was a nice lady voice, I'd be a lot happier. It's not very maneuverable.
500. 400.
We're gonna have to come in here and make a left turn here.
300.
I got 0
200.
throttle here. It's a very short looking runway to me.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to stop here.
10.
Okay, full braking. Full braking. Full brake. Yeah, we might be able to do this one. That's about as short a runway as I want to do it on. Now watch what happens as we come to the end of the runway, though, with the propellers. They plop to a stop because there's no power to them. So you can't, but I can turn them on again, and that way we can maneuver off the runway. Oh, we want to go into, hold on a second here. When we're on the ground, we go into taxi. That gives us a lot more control over the fans here. Effectively puts you in a lower gear. That was a good landing, though. As I say, I would not want to. This is a 3,000 foot runway, and I think it's rated for a 5,000. But I didn't see any 5,000 foot ones in the area. All right, flaps up. Flaps up. Oops, brakes. I do want to figure out why I couldn't cold start it though. I'm sure it was just a weird one of those weird bugs where you can't. It's happened to me in many other planes just randomly, and then I try it again and nope, it starts up fine. Exact same sequence of operations. So I'm pretty sure that was a bug. But as I say, hey, get out of the way, sir. Bunch of little planes here. We'll go in between. I have most of these. Give us a little power here. Get the fans going. Yeah, and they're not propellers. They're fans. There's a difference. There's a difference. Slight, but there is aerodynamically. They look like propellers, but they're not. Oh, I'm going to fly this one a lot. I mean, first of all, we have a bunch of different liveries to explore. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys some of the features of this plane that are available from this tablet. First of all, you can do this, and it'll tell you your charged battery, 86%, fine. But cool thing is, I can go here, I can open the doors, we'll place our chocks, but you can open your charging point and call the charger, and open the door there. See, that opens up there, that door opens up there, and the cool thing is, you get this portable, looks like a Tesla charger, kind of effectively. And although it's not physically hooked up to the port, I believe it is actually charging. So it shows 86%. It shows what's charged in it says ready to charge. It's green. And I believe if we wait long enough, it'll go to 87%. So it actually will charge the battery real time. In real time, I believe it takes several hours to fully charge an empty one. But at least I love the idea. And also shows kind of has a little how much money you spent there. This is as close as I can get it. Well, we can get out of the plane here and do a little maneuvering. And I can kind of show you what I'm talking about here. So it says 86% is the charge on the plane. But okay, so it says charging time 0 minutes. But I'm wondering whether that will increase now or whether it's not. I have to do something special to hook it up to the charge port. I don't know. Hold on a second. Maybe there's another thing on this little thing in here. But I think it just says, yeah, it says remove charger. So it says charging point open. And then those are the things you get. Main door open. Notes. Oh, that's great. That's so. Come on. They couldn't spell battery right. And then the manual is a QR code. The checklist is. Well, actually, it's got a lot of stuff to it. I didn't notice you had all these things here. Climb. Cruise. They're just not part of the game like they should be. Now, charging. Charging power set speed killer. So there is something I need to do to set charging power, but I don't see any of these. What I would do, I don't see anything that says charging power set. So I don't know. Charging plug connect, airplane app call and go to charging power set. See, it doesn't show where that is like it should. Maybe charging power just means have the throttle in idle position. Okay, it's 86%. I just want to see if it ever goes to 87%. I don't think it is. This is communication stuff here. Comm. Crew volume. Beacon lights. I'm just wondering also with that guy who talks a lot, how do you control him? Cabin. You know what that is. Altitude. Oh, for pressurization systems. Wow, there's a lot of little systems. At least it's cool. And you can do this. You can turn on traffic maps, turn off the traffic map, control these different MFDs from here. It's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this is though. Charging and shutdown. Maybe everything has to be off for it to be charging though. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want. Can I turn this off? Hi, joystick. Yeah. Battery master off. And then close these and turn this off. So it's effectively cold. But that should be all you need to do. And then does it show that it's charging? Yeah, I don't think they've got that working yet. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, but I was gonna say one of the reasons why I want to do it, a bunch more. I mean, you know, I'm gonna, as I say, it's a good sightseeing plane. It's not really dramatic. It's not supposed to be, but it comes in two of the variations. There's a cargo, which has that great, I think, DHL livery, and there's a regular passenger version. This is the luxury version. But just in the luxury version, there's these other this green livery. There's a blue. This one I think is not going to look great. There's all black, and this black and white one I want to check out, and this one, the gray one. But as I mentioned, there's the luxury version, the commuter version, and the cargo version, which all it has is this really fun DHL. We got to try that one. So, and it has different windows. It's probably different, like it has stuff in the back, you know, it has probably cargo area. So yeah, we'll definitely fly a lot. But I want to try something here, which in a completely different area, namely California. I'm by the way, you guys know there's this YouTube streamer in the Microsoft Flight Simulator category called Eviation, or actually she likes to call herself Av Angel, and I'm a subscriber, and I basically do what she does. And she recommended these little freeware freeware desert strips, Agua Caliente and Ramona. I just downloaded them. They're free, but I kind of want to check them out. I mean, I do want to check them out. We got time. This is going to be a little flight a little desert flight here. Yeah, but in a different plane. Definitely something different. What do I got? I always got to look at my plane list. And this is only a small selection of my planes. I don't have them all installed, or it would be way too many. Way too many. What's the ones like I refuse to uninstall because I love them so much? Well, this one, for example, silver gold. We're going to start on the runway, and we're going to head south to this Agua Caliente. It's not that far, I don't think. And by the way, in about 10 minutes, there shall be a break, and it's going to be Ken's piano round. I'm going to play tinkle away in the piano. I don't have anything in particular in mind except to do my regular piano kind of stuff. So just kind of keep the fingers agile. Diet Coke. I got plenty of Diet Coke. If I need more, I can get more. And that's the good thing. Hey, YouTube chat. How you guys, everyone doing? Every day we do some flight simulator content, and I have a lot more things I want to do. We already looked at Switzerland, but I just bought, or didn't buy them. These are freeware airports that I saw Eviation had. How you guys doing? There's somebody else is checking out too. There's this little plane, so we're going to head south. But before we do, we're going to get out of the plane and check out the airport grounds, because this is what they did that's kind of cool. They've added all, they kind of redid all these buildings, and there's like a place where you can eat and eat at the top, watch the planes coming down. You got this whole thing here. You got all this fencing. You got a porta potty. This is all part of this little downloaded thing. All these little trucks. What's down here? Some warehouse type thingies. We've got some motorhomes, got porta potties. Somebody's living in a tent. I don't know. Kind of cool. There's some steps there. These are kind of just assets, but I'm sorry, game assets. What they call library assets. But it really adds a lot when they have them kind of spread out like this. So, and then this is a standard asset here. This, I think, is a radar tower. Okay, nothing much else out here. Okay, it's really nicely done. It's a free download. Okay. All right, let's go back to the plane. This is a beautiful area of California. It's obviously the desert. East of San Diego, which is where I'm going soon. All right, everybody in. Back in the plane. All right, how are we going to take off? How do you take off? All right, let's set mixture to there. Propeller to there. Make sure that we have some positive trim. Not that much, though. That's enough. What's our parking brake? Our parking brake is off, so we'll put it on. All right, parking brake is on. Perfect. All right, build up power. Let the power build up. And then release the parking brake. Should we have our flaps down? We don't need them for takeoff. Stay in the middle of the runway. Let the nose come down. We won't hit the ground because we've got some positive trim. Right? There we go. We've got plenty of takeoff speed here. Gear comes up. I love that it's so pretty. And that's what this airport looks like. Anyway, we're gonna head south over this little ridge here. Right? Or is it just this little thing right here? Is this Borrego Air Ranch? Is that what it is? I don't think so. It's gotta be farther away. Oh yeah, this is. They're both. They're two different things. Interesting. Okay. So I think there's two little airports in this area here. Right. There's LO8. That's the one that was just got updated. It's north one, and then there's 58CL, Borrego Air Ranch. Okay. But we're heading to. Agua Caliente, which is way south. All right, we're over revving, so we're going to rev down to about 2200. We're going to throttle down, and we're going to establish a nice level climb and that level of altitude. We have an autopilot. We're going to take advantage of it. All right, let's get our mixture right. Mixture's down here. Propeller RPM is just about 2,000. Separate control for that. Perfect. Throttle's down a little more. Very good. Bring that trim up to 0. Guess we're not taking off anymore. Trim to 0. There we go. It's a Borrego Air Ranch. Interesting. Another one of these middle of the desert airports. Well, we're heading over that way, so this should be kind of interesting. But wow, different terrain, that's for sure. We know we're not in Switzerland anymore. That's for sure. That's why I like to kind of do something varied. Fly around California, fly around Switzerland, different planes. What are we doing here? Open out the window. Open up our ventilation. You hear the side, you hear different sound effects. Kind of cool. Alright, that's a little airfield, a little town, I guess. Borrego. It's really, I don't know if it's a town. It's built around the airstrip there. Well, apparently I read about this, that some of these are not operating anymore. Quite a few of them, because what happens is the elements can be hard on the runway. The runway can. This is east of San Diego. It's about 50 miles. Between 40 miles and 50 miles east of San Diego. You can kind of see on the map here. If we went due west, hello. Oh, there we go. Due west. You can kind of see on this little map up here where all those Nevada plains are. That's San Diego. I guess we're about 80 miles east of San Diego, but it is definitely the desert. But this is kind of the way. I don't think you directly go through this area to get to Vegas from San Diego, but you definitely do some serious desert driving. It looks exactly like this. It's not that much fun to drive through. It's literally monochromatic, but it's beautiful in its own way. It is the California desert. I don't know which one. One east of San Diego. All right, we don't need this anymore. Okay, we're heading to Agua Caliente, L54. Which is dead ahead, but we got to get some altitude because we got to get over these mountains or hills or whatever you want to call them. So we're going to go to climb at configuration of 2200 RPM. I'm going to have this up. And we'll be there in about 10-15 minutes. Less, maybe. I want to make it over this little ridge here. Yeah, there is not much out here for miles and miles and miles. This is what you call your dry riverbed. Oh, there's a road. So, like, yeah, I mean, there's something. There's people traveling through it. This is what you do. You write a song where you talk about how you've been through the desert on a horse with no name, and how it felt good to be out of the rain. in the desert, you can remember your name, because there ain't no one for to give you no fame. Ba, 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 ba. All right, well we'll save that for the music segment. Actually, I don't play that song, but that's always what I think of when I'm in the desert. All right, we're gonna have to seriously pump this plane up. There we go. To get up this little, not a very steep hillside, but steep enough. You know, it's a hill. Where are we heading? Somewhat towards the airport I want to go to. No, I kind of want to make a left turn. Go there. But a left turn is kind of high terrain. I think we make it. With this one gully here. This is the direction we want to go. Anyway, some of the things I need to do this weekend that I'm planning for the flight simulator segment include, we're going to do carrier landings. I have my carrier installed, the one that has arrestor cables. And there's a couple, I have like 4 planes that have a hook that theoretically can grab cables. And including the F-18, the F-14, the F-4F, and the Seafire, the Spitfire that's a C version. And then I want to try landing on the ridge for the Weaverville Orbex the Weaverville content that I bought from Orbex. It's really cool. There's this tiny curved, crazy runway at the top of this mountain ridge in California, Northern California. And I have not successfully landed on it one time. It's not easy, but I really want to do it in the Flying Pink school bus. Why? I don't know. We don't want to end up in this gully here, so let's try to keep climbing here. I've got the plane fully going here, and it's getting us there. We're just gonna have to use the terrain to our advantage. I think, you know what I mean? Make this a left turn here. Now, the thing about it is that you can tell the air is getting thin. Uh-oh. Hello. Am I flying or not? I think the plane decided it wasn't flying. This plane does that a little bit. It doesn't want to fly. We might have to go this way. Around this hill. This is just too high for us. This part here. But I think we can get around it up this way here. That's my theory. I'm sticking to it. It's a good plane. Come out this way, come around here, make a right turn. Bob's your uncle. There's the airport. I mean, it's really not that far. It's less than 20 miles. We're going to lose a lot of altitude, so we're going to need to put the engines back down to like 0 at some point. But couldn't be more gorgeous a day. And by the way, this is the actual weather. There's a heat wave out there, and time of day in this particular part of the region, part of the world. I wonder if we can get over this, or we have to go around it. Let's go around it for safety. We've got plenty of time. It's beautiful terrain. A pretty day. I'm hoping it won't be that hot in San Diego. San Diego is coastal, and and we're right next to the coast, especially. But here it's probably 110 degrees. I wonder if we have a indicator of temperature, because sometimes they show it on this thing here. I don't see it. Outside temperature gauge. I don't see one. I don't think this plane has one. But you can see how massive this is. It's not really that massive. I mean, we're only at 4,300 feet. But this plane, you know, it struggles. It's not a real high performance plane. Some of them are real easy. But we're going to have to pass this airport. It's kind of tucked in on the other side of this hill here. So as soon as we get over here, we're going to lose a lot of altitude. And we're too high up to really appreciate it. It looks great. Little hobby, I guess. So that is that Salton Sea or whatever. Octillo. Yeah, I've heard of some of these areas. I don't think I've ever physically been down here. So we're gonna come down here. We're gonna go and we're gonna land at Agua Caliente, which is right over there. It's not far. So now we're gonna back down on our engine. We're gonna back down on our propeller, and we're gonna bring the trim up to that area roughly. And you kind of see how the landing is kind of parallel to us. So we're gonna come down and then land to the north. You can't land to the northwest. You can't land the other direction or take off because there's a hill right next to the back of this. You'll see when we get there. There's a hill. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new Lego Science. I should get my Lego out. The new that new show, Science. It is not coming out, I believe, until the Friday before I leave. So, I don't think it's this. So a week from today. It's either the Friday or the Thursday. It's roughly 1 week from today. They have not been pushing it hard, so I need to do that for them. But yeah, there's a new Lego Star Wars show. It's called Rebuild the Galaxy. It's an alternate universe version that's all in animated Lego. It's going to be on the Disney Plus channel where all the other Star Wars material is. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Oh, okay, overspeed warning. All right, even less. We're going to come around. There's only one way to land. You cannot land because of that hill that it's up against. All right. Let's see if I can put down some flaps, and that'll help keep us nice and slow. This flap design really helps with that. You don't want to overspeed what we got. You can see we got to lose a lot of altitude. We came from basically that mountain there. Even less. All right, flaps all the way. And let's start bringing the gear down. Hello, gear. Gear down. There it comes. Make a turn. Land at Agua Caliente. Hopefully. Get a little more power brewing up here. Don't want to stall out at the last second. But yeah, and then it's a series, so I believe they're dropping like 3 or 4 episodes the first day. Each one I think is like a 22-minute episode. So there should just be roughly 90 minutes, but I don't know how many episodes total either. So it's not going to be like a lot of resolution. All right, and let's slow down here. Runway 29 is the only one we can land on. Hello. Oh, my engines are off. I do that on this plane. Oh. We're doing a little spinny thing here. And we didn't stay on the runway. That's not good. I got gear. I'm going to spin around here. That's fine. This plane does tend to do that. Does tend to fish. What a tiny place, though. I just want to observe how tiny this place is. I think we should be able to restart the engines, though. Yeah, and they should start up okay. In this plane, if you take the mixture down too much, what? You have to open this up more. Let's try this again. Running. All right, let's open up the window. Open up the doors, or canopy as they call it. Beautiful. All right, a little less here. All right, we'll maneuver over. I just want to show you a little bit. There's this cool gate here. I just saw this when I downloaded it. Okay, more power. More power. Less power. It's just when you're on the ground, it can be really hard to get started. This gate here, we're gonna check it out. Not much here in this desert airport. I think again, this is one I think I read where it said, "Oh, it's currently closed due to maintenance on the this tiny runway." But if you try to take off in this direction, you're gonna hit this hill pretty much, most likely, and you can't really land that direction either. So you gotta take off that direction. Okay, so we get out of the plane. This is the thing that I just downloaded, so this is why I want to check it out. Well, let's go here. There's some tourists hanging out. This is not part of the game, but they're actually there. It says danger aviation area, no trespassing. These people are thinking about trespassing. This is a guy in his he's making a call, thinking, or something. Maybe he has a toothache. I don't know. He's got a Winnebago, and he's not dressed for Winnebagoing. And that's all there is for miles. And a fence that isn't going to keep nobody out. All right, we've seen it. All right, one more in the middle of nowhere screenshot. Yeah. Oh. Okay, no, further up. Up. I'm getting used to these weird controls here. Wait, look at all that sage in the back, sagebrush in the background. Perfect. I don't use all these, by the way, but I do use some of them. Okay, well, we're an hour and 13 minutes in. I think you guys know that means I'm going to take a 4 to 5 minute break. I'm going to bring in my piano. I'm going to put it right down here. A 4 minute break at tops, I would say. And then it's going to be Ken's Piano Lounge, which is always a vibe, I like to think. And I always have a good time. So enjoy the 4 or 5 minute break, and we'll see you after in Ken's Piano Lounge after that. A couple of things I want to do here. There we go. Yeah, we're whipping out the piano, man. All right, checking. I just want to check to make sure my stream is set up. My little got my little floor pedal here. I does something. Try to check my position here. Rocky. Okay, I hope everyone's ready to sit down and enjoy a little bit of Ken's Piano Lounge here. I'm just trying to get my piano so it's a little more stable. Because it's like rocking around like a Christmas tree. In an earthquake. All right, what are we doing here? It's a lounge act. Just relax, have a drink. Cocktail of some kind. Imagine you're in a nice piano lounge. There's candles, it's dark. There's a guy playing the piano. Cool. I'm going to try to sing a song. Now let's see how it goes. Way back when, in 67, I was the dandy of Gamma Chi. Sweet things from Boston, so young and willing. Moved down to Scarsdale, where the hell am I? Hey 19, I'll get it. No, we can't dance together. No, we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. Hey 19, that's Aretha Franklin. She don't remember the Queen of Soul. It's hard times are falling, the soul survivors. She thinks I'm crazy, and I'm just growing old. Hey 19, no, we can't dance together. No, we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. What hell? Stop. Metronome? I didn't push that button. I don't think. Maybe. The Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian, make tonight a wonderful thing. The Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian, make tonight a wonderful thing. The Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian, make tonight a wonderful thing. Hey 19, no, we can't dance together. No, we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. Alrighty. Working through our little lounge act here. Lots of songs to do. Do-do-do-do-do. At the end. Okay, how y'all doing? Hope you're having a lovely time. I have my Diet Coke here. Got plenty left. Oop, plenty left. Oh, it's getting a little tan though. That happens. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's still good. It's cold. I'm playing a song. Warren Zevon from Warren Zevon. It's a Warren Zevon song. Dry your eyes, my little friends. Let me take you by the hand. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. They'll be rocking in the projects, walking down along the strand. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. And Johnny is my main man. He's the keeper of the keys. He'll put your mind at ease. He's guaranteed to please, backed by popular demand. Look around, my little friends. Jubilation fills the land. Ready at night, rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. All right, Warren Zevon for you. Warm things up a bit here. Gotta play Misty. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I think that I'm clinging to a cloud I can't understand. Why I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, would I wander through this wonderland alone? Never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my gloves. I'm too misty and too much in love. Well, that's a land song area. So's this one. I'm not gonna sing it. I'm no Stevie Wonder. Welcome to the Ken's Lounge. If you're enjoying my lounge playing tonight at Ken's Lounge, all I ask is one little thing from you, one simple thing. It's not hard. All you got to do is sidle up to the bar, order yourself a fancy cocktail, not a well drink or a beer or something like that. And not for me, for you, some kind of fancy cocktail, okay? And you got to tip the waitress, tip the staff, tip the wait people generously. I mean, they have on average 7 kids, so that that's a lot of mouths to feed. Gee, it's great after staying out late, walking my baby back home. On and on over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. We go on harmonizing a song, or she's reciting a poem. Hours fly by and they give me the eye, walking my baby back home. We stop for a while, she gives me a smile and cuddles my cheek to her chest. We start to pet, and that's when I get her powder all over my vest. Well, after I kind of straighten my tie, she has to borrow my comb. Well, then it's one kiss, then we continue again, walking my baby back home. After I kind of straighten my tie, she has to borrow my comb. Well, it's one kiss, then we continue again, walking my baby back home. I'll be walking my baby back home. We go walking my baby back home. Here's a little Vince Guaraldi for you. All right, couple show tunes. One, the first show tune I'm going to do is from Little Shop of Horrors. Second is from Blazing Saddles. Little Shop of Horrors. This is very familiar if you know the movie. And for the third show tune I do in this little segment, it's Can You Read My Mind from Superman the Movie by John Williams. Can You Read My Mind? It's a song. It's in the movie. It's back when they had songs in the middle of movies. Christopher Reeve, Superman. is my rendition of Flashdance. Oh, what a feeling. Instrumental version of that song. It's it's well sung, by the way, if you're wondering. Oh, lots more songs to do here. Oh, a few more at least. Come to me. I know this how this one goes. It's time to sing a little song. There's a man who leads a life of danger. With everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, well, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Yeah. Beware of pretty faces you may find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Oh, be careful what you say. Don't give yourself away. Odds on you won't live to see tomorrow. Well, secret agent man, well, they're giving you a number and they've taken away your name. Sunning in the Riviera one day, been bleeding in a Bombay alley next day. Oh, don't let the wrong word slip when kissing persuasive lips. Odds on you won't live to see tomorrow. Well, secret agent man, well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Well, look out, agent man, this mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. Secret agent man, well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Yep, I like that song too. I don't do it in the right key either. I don't care. Give me a second. I want to get the lyrics to a couple songs. Some of the last songs are right here. I don't do it too far. Wait, where's my other one? Where'd it go? There we go. There we go. Little love letter to, well, not love letter. It's a cover version of Gordon Lightfoot's song, Canada's minstrel. Emeritus passed away recently, actually. You know, that happens. Yeah, you sound freeze. I'll pick it up the pieces of my sweet shattered dream. Wonder how the old folks are tonight. Well, her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Every high... Excuse me a second. Excuse me. I'm fine now. Every highway, let me slip away on you. Every highway, you've seen better days. The morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Every highway, let me slip away on you. Turning back the pages to the times I love best. Wonder if she'll ever do the same. The thing that I call living is just being satisfied. With no one, I got no one left to blame. Every high time. Carefree highway. Well, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Searching through the fragments of my dream-shattered sleep, I wonder if the years have closed her mind. I guess it must be wanderlust, trying to get free from the good old faithful feeling we once knew. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Let me slip away on you. Let me slip away on you. I do enjoy that Carefree. I like a lot of Gordon Lightfoot songs. But the other one I like been doing recently because it's the only song I know from a video game. But it's a good one. It's Still Alive from Portal. It's not from Stardew Valley or anything like that. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done, and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. Not even angry, I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line. Now we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. I'm so glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive. Go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke, haha, fat chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. There are experiments to run. There are research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. When while you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive. Still alive. don't know why I like that song so much. Actually, I do. It's a good song. What else do we got here? I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. And I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. And it's gonna be a bright sunshine day. And it's gonna be a bright sunshine day. Man, oh man, what a stream. What a crazy stream. This is a totally normal stream, actually. But, you know, that's how it works. Oy vey, that was fun, though. I had a good time. I had such a good time, I've decided I'm not going to quit streaming today. I'm going to keep going. But I am going to quit for today because tomorrow's another stream. Oh, I don't know. Weekend's another stream. Very similar content tomorrow. Around 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to start up. I'm going to fly around for about an hour. I got so much flying I have to do. I accomplish so little on a daily basis. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dan. I appreciate it. And there'll be more flying around. What is going? Oh yeah. So I'd like to, at this point in my stream, thank very much my inspiration of the day, who is Carol Burnett. Had a variety show in the 70s, still around. She recently was on this Apple TV show, Palm Royale, a series, and she's pretty good on it, but she's like 91, so you know. But back in the 70s, we used to watch this Carol Burnett show on the black and white TV in front of the families. Yeah, and the thing is, nowadays, it just happened recently. While I started streaming, she became a partner. She's always on. They run her reruns 24 hours a day. It's actually a pretty good show. You know, the thing about the show is not all of it is funny, but they put a lot of effort into it, and a lot of it they couldn't get away with today. Right, you know, the fun game is to watch the show until you find something like smoking on stage, something simple or basic, where you're just like, yeah, no, they couldn't get that one. That one they couldn't do. I mean, they could do that sketch, but they'd have to make it unfunny in the following ways. You know, it's like, you know, they just can't do that anymore. So in some ways, it's glad that we have these old eras, you know, captured as far as the humor goes. So I like to rate her at the end of my stream. I also like to talk about how while Carol Burnett has Harvey Korman, Tim Conway, Lyle Wagner, and the incomparable Vicki Lawrence to help her out. I get none of those people. I got to do the show cold. No writers, no nothing. But I do get to, the one thing you'll get on the show, her show and my show, exact same thing, is the following. I'm so glad we had this time together. Wait, this at the end. I'm so glad we had this time together. My camera. Just to have a laugh and sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. And she'd pull her ears as a signal to her grandmother. I know, no, it's very, very low. I've got more in the fridge, but I don't like to chug too much Diet Coke. That was basically melted ice water in that one, but it still had a slight Diet Coke flavor to it. Okay, look, Carol Burnett, she's on. I'm going to go hang around for a while on Carol Burnett for about 5 or 10 minutes, okay? Just be honest here. And then I'm going to watch some of the streamers. Have a great rest of your day. Hope you can come by tomorrow. If you're watching me on YouTube, remember to smash that subscribe button. It's free, or hit the like, etc. You know what to do. Oof. I got to turn the air conditioning on. Man. All right. See you over there, Carol's.